All the time with manifestation, we always hear match the frequency of the thing that you want to manifest. And I just want to come on here and say that this is not necessary, okay? We are all consciousness. Every single thing you see around you is consciousness. Yourself, your body, all the things that you want in life is consciousness. And consciousness operates at just one frequency. It's all one thing. It's not separate. We only see it as separate. We see forms as separate. So that is the reason we think we have to match the frequency of something, because it gives us an emotional response. Each thing in our world gives us an emotional response. But you can think of it from a higher self's perspective as us just looking at a blank screen and then just having emotional signals that go off. That's the only way that your higher self can really tell that something is more valuable to you or less valuable to you than another thing, is emotion. So if you take emotion out of the equation and you just go about looking at the thing that you want as if it is the exact same as everything else, aka taking it off the pedestal and just looking at it like this water bottle in front of me is the same thing as $1 million, because it really is. That is the thing. Everything in your experience is equal until you give it an emotional response, until you decide that it's worth more to you, then it's equal. So that's why it's so easy to manifest the things you don't really care about, because you're looking at it as neutral, just as everything else is. And you are neutral as well. So literally everything is you. Everything outside of you, don't give it so much power, because it's just you. It's just the same thing. So this is why you can just be neutral about what it is you want to manifest, and you can manifest it much faster. And the other reason for this too is most of the time, people that manifest using a high level of emotion towards something end up not being able to keep that thing. Because what happens is everything at some point goes back to neutral again, because all the things you already have, how do you feel about them? Most of them you feel neutral about. Most of them you don't think much about anymore, right? So this is what's going to happen. You have to maintain whatever sort of frequency it took you to manifest that thing. So you want to manifest it at a neutral frequency, because that is ultimately the frequency of everything. And that is your baseline frequency, by the way. All of the time throughout your day, naturally, your emotions always come back to baseline all the time. You don't live in a heightened state of emotion all the time, whether that be super high or super low. At least most of us do not. And no matter what, at some point, your emotions always come back to baseline. So this is the fastest way to manifest what you want. And you can also think of this as being in alignment, because things neutral, when everything is neutral, everything is in the same line. Everything becomes one. There's no separation. There's no lines that are higher or lower. Everything is just one. This is alignment. This is how you manifest anything that you want.